Welcome back. We are joined now by one of our favorite people, Tucker Carlson.
Boo.
His show, Tucker Carlson Tonight, is moving to a new time Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and the 5, these folks right here, moving to 9 p.m. So we'll be primetime neighbors in just a few days. I know he's looking forward to that. We are. Hi, Tucker. Greg's going to kick us off because I was going to ask you a question, but he wants to ask you the question, so I'm going to give it to him.
Well, now, you know what? I don't want to ask the question.
All right, I'm whining about it. It's agreement.
All right, I happen to know that you are having a very special guest on Monday that I was trying to get for a while and was turned down many times. But somehow you have some special power, Mr. Tucker Carlson. So who is this special guest that you ripped from me?
So Caitlyn Jenner's coming on Monday.
Yes.
And I'm interested in Caitlyn Jenner's politics and what it must be like to be in that position, people coming at you from both sides. And so I want to have a conversation about it.
Wait.
What does that mean, coming at you from both sides?
Because
she gets hit from the left and the right.
Yeah,
well, that's right.
I was thinking about it a different way. Okay.
But Tucker, Caitlyn is a conservative, right?
That's my understanding. Yeah. I mean, I haven't. This is the first interview we've done, so I don't really know. But I've read that, and I'm interested in it, and I'm also interested in the idea that people sort of wind up spokespeople for a cause or a group, maybe against their will. And I don't know if that's the case here, but I'm going to try and find out.
I know that she has a new book out, and one of the things that apparently there's a little bit of a feud that she has with Ellen DeGeneres, and partly it was because of that very issue, the whole spokesperson thing.
Well, how would you like to be recruited involuntarily as a spokesperson for people you don't know? Can you imagine? I wouldn't like that at all.
That happens to me all the time.
We're gonna keep going here with other questions from Kimberly Guilfoyle.
Yeah, Greg, no one cares. Okay, so Tucker, I actually got a chance at the, well, I guess at the inauguration and the night before to talk with, Caitlyn Jenner, and big fan. Show me Fox News. I invited her to come on the 5, so you really did.
Remember she came to the book signing for the Jasper book?
I know, fantastic. But what is the main question that you want to ask her?
Oh, come on, KG. I can't tell you that.
Come on.
Come on.
It's about OJ.
It's about OJ. And by the way, it may be, and also about, a remarkable athletic career that people sort of ignore.
I've known Tucker for almost 25 years now. That answer right there, she doesn't have any idea what's going on. Hey, Tucker, let me ask you a question, though. You had the 9 o'clock hour that we're going to take over, and you had a substantial lead-in, which is very, very fortunate. The question is, are you going to guarantee us the same lead-in?
Yeah. What are you going to do for us?
Because a lot of our success is riding on you, buddy, which generally, when I go to the horse track, I don't take the 50-to-1 shot. But in your case, it should be about 3-to-1. You should be the favorite. What do you think?
I mean, look, I'm following someone who has been in this seat for 20 years, more than 20 years, and really successfully, really understood this business and the audience, a really hard worker, a really talented guy, to be totally honest with you. And I've been here 5 months. So I'm going to do my best, and I have a lot of things I'm interested in. I believe in skepticism above all. I think it's the main problem with the press. Not that they're too hostile to various people, but they're not skeptical enough of others or of their own views. And so, I think I would like to watch people in power get, respectful but tough questions. And
wait,
that's
he's
what we're going to provide.
Here for 5 months, and he's replaced 3 people.
Don't stand next to me.
I'm scared.
Next thing you know,
he'll be
doing 2 hours. He'll be on the 5 as well. Tucker, I wanted to ask you about your how you decide on your stories, because last night I watched the show, and I thought it was great that you had a big segment about vaccines, because that wasn't necessarily top of the news, but it is something that you're interested in. How do you come up with your decision for what you want to talk about each night?
I respond to my email. That's a big part of it. A lot of people email or text. I know a lot of people just, I'm old, had a lot of work done, but I'm older than I look. And
that's for sure.
People text me, and I've known Bobby Kennedy. I don't agree with his politics, but I think he's smart, and I think he's a brave guy who asks questions that are unpopular. I don't know what I think of vaccines. I vaccinated my kids. I mean, I'm for vaccines. But I also think it's legitimate to ask questions that nobody is. There are a lot of people who try to bully you into not asking those questions. And I just don't like that. I don't like people. It's a red flag for me when people say you're not allowed to ask that question, no matter what it's about. And, I'm a Protestant. I mean, I believe in kind of pushing on that stuff.
Wait, are you Episcopalian?
I'm not going to admit that, but I'm just saying, look.
Because you kind of make this face when you're interviewing them and they're saying kind of crazy stuff, and I call it like Episcopalian astonishment, where you go,
I am Episcopalian. I'm one of like 6 Episcopalians left, but yes, I am.
It's great.
But,
it's priceless.
but the point is, I think you ought to be allowed to ask legitimate, respectful questions, and you ought to press for an answer. That's not threatening to me, and people who are threatened by that are usually trying to hide something. It's usually people in power, and I think it's fair to make them answer the question. And that's all he was doing.
Okay,
and
we have one more question from Eric Bowling.
Oh, listen, very quickly, I would just love to know if Caitlyn Jenner was surprised at the reaction from either the conservatives or the liberals to her decision.
You know, I don't know, because I mean, I've had no conversation with Caitlyn Jenner at any point ever. We're doing this cold on Monday, but I mean, I'm just really struck by the criticism I read about. You know, if you identify as one sort of person, you have to adopt an entire slate of political issues. I just don't agree with that. I think it's bizarre. Every person's an individual, and you ought to treat them that way, I think.
Tucker, the producers are yelling, we got to go, but I got to ask you one fast question. In 2 sentences, can you tell me why you think the 5 is so successful?
The 5, honestly, the 5 is so successful because it's great to watch. Every person's cool, interesting, and smart. It's great television. I'm not exaggerating, going to watch every night. I watch every night now.
All right.
Well, thank you, buddy.
Right.
Good luck to you.
Well, make sure to tell your wife that you'll be home at 10:30 instead of 9:30. All right, stay right there.
Dana.
Facebook Friday.